All right, y'all, let's get into the video. Let's listen to what they got to say. I did kind of a reaction to Monique's son. You know, I think his name is Shalom Jackson. I'm sorry, Shalom Jackson, I think. I don't know. Like her son, he's kind of upset about that. He feels like he's been neglected as a child. And, you know, Monique kind of cared more about material things than she did about raising him as a child, you know, and he just expressed like his deep thoughts about his relationship with his mom and some fallacies that he's seen with some of the comments that he made. So I do want to, this is going to be my first time like listening to it, just like y'all, you know what I mean? If y'all ain't heard it, we about to listen to it together, you know what I mean? It is what it is.
We're having it is a multitude of reasons, but we're going to start off with there was Instagram that was put up, or I guess
it was TikTok, baby.
TikTok that was put up by
my son, my oldest son, Shalom.
Shalom.
And this is what I want to say to this. There are some people that are saying, oh, you should be ashamed of your mothering skills. You should be ashamed of yourself. This is what I'll say. Let's let it play out. Because the same ones that said to me, I was crazy, I was deranged, we watched it play out. So just like with my son, we'll watch this play out. And I do want to address this though, Shalom. When you say her daddy, then that's when mommy gonna say stop playing, because you know this has been Uncle Sid your whole life. Uncle Sid knew you before you knew you. So for you to say her 3 sons, yes, you're absolutely right. He has 3 sons. He can't claim you as his son because he's always been Uncle Sid, and he knows your daddy very well.
And love that brother. And the irony of all of this is not what is said, but what's left off.
Yes.
See, you're leaving off the fact that the last time we laid eyes on you, your mother got you everything you needed for the newborn baby about 3 years ago. You're forgetting about how I, from Georgia, am talking you through getting your car after we gave you the half the down payment for it. And you were 31 years of age, 32 years of age at that point. And I'm negotiating the deal with the dealer for you as you sit there. And you have the vehicle you're driving right now because of your mother. These are the things that you're leaving out when you're expressing what you're expressing in reference.
So Shalom was basically saying that he felt like his mom wasn't there. Other people were helping raise him, including her assistant. She was more concerned with the Monique brand than raising him. You know, is basically what he's saying. Like, she will give me things, you know, thinking that would be a solution for everything. But, you know, in all, he wanted a relationship with his mom. So this guy's sitting here talking about more of kind of what Shalom is talking about. Like, yeah, y'all helped give him some things for his, you know, his daughter, which is, you know, is good. You know, it's showing that they're trying to help. But, you know, talking about the thing, you know what I mean? Like the car and all of that is more so kind of geared towards what he's talking about, you know? So I'm interested to hear whether or not they're going to speak of, you know, them trying to have a relationship with him more so than just things, you know what I mean? So this is kind of moving towards his point from what I'm listening to. And like I said in the reaction before this, we heard his side of the story. It's time to hear her side, you know what I mean? But it seems like this guy is talking a lot, so we'll see.
Your mother, you're not expressing the relationship that you have with your father, where you spoke ill to him, not to mention spoke ill to your mother, but somehow your mother and father and I all have a loving relationship and communicate back and forth because of the love that we have for you. The one thing these individuals, and to the individuals out here that oftentimes speak after they've heard one side of the story, there's an old saying, believe half of what you see and none of what it is that you hear.
That's a fact.
Please don't take our word for it, but what we will convey is this. Those who are parents and have raised their parents up to being adults,
children, raise their children up.
Those who are parents that raise their children into adulthood know that there comes a time and a place in which they determine their own decisions, their own path. You can have multiple children that are raised in one house, but they act and they take on different things.
That's true.
The reason why it was so important for us to entertain these conversations that we typically have privately, or that we're influenced to have privately amongst the people in our community, is because we need to stop being embarrassed about being human beings and about being Black human beings. You will oftentimes hear us saying we are embarrassing ourselves in front of them. Who is them?
Who are they?
Because when you hear someone articulate these things, that is the slave's mentality that makes us believe that we as Black people need to conduct ourselves with dignity because white people are watching.
Look, okay, we don't care about this. We don't care about whether or not you feel like, you know, white people are feeling some type of way about the Black experience on the internet, or whether you feel like, you know, this is more like airing our dirty laundry in front of them. And who cares about your son just made a video, a live or however he posted it, a video talking about he does not have a relationship with Monique. All I hear is this guy talking. You know what I mean? Like, Monique should be the person talking, not this guy. That's just my personal opinion. You know what I mean? Y'all comment down below. Let me know what y'all think.
To conduct yourself with dignity because the spirit of you is watching. But we need to have these conversations out loud and taboo because we have a finite period of time together here on this earth. You will travel through infinity with the spirit that you have all alone, and you will not remember the ridicule that you receive, but you will be judging yourself. You will be determining for the rest of your life which way that you go as you have thus far. So this conversation is about speaking directly to what situations are. And many people oftentimes, when they are presented with an issue, they stay quiet, they hide, they disappear. And what we're saying is that's not who we are, because what you cannot do is you cannot trick an honest person.
Come on.
You can demean, you can say whatever you want to say about them negatively, but what will happen is truth has a way of standing the test of time.
So what is this, like her spokesperson or something? Like, Monique, when are you going to talk? Your son is talking to you. When are you going to talk? Like, this guy's like, what is this, bro? You know, am I bugging? Am I tripping? Like, why isn't she talking? Let her talk, okay? I don't care about, like, how people are perceiving y'all. I don't care about that. Like, what is the truth of the matter, you know, is what I want to hear. Y'all already talked about, like, you know, he's saying, like, yo, Monique, she cares about the brand. She gives me things, that's cool, but she's not, you know, the relationship. He doesn't have a relationship with her. You know, like, what does all of this have to do with any of that? You know, you talking about, oh, we helped you get your first car. We gave you half a down payment for the car, which, you know, some people would say, okay, well, they rich, they millionaires, they can just buy them the car, you know, but it is responsibility too. You know, they have a child. Technically, you do want him to, you know, kind of learn some things. And if that's the car he wants, pay for it. The more, you know, if they pay for it, they're going to respect the car. Whether or not you give them a car, they ain't going to respect it. But aside from all that, y'all talk about things and how other people think. We don't care about that. I want to hear about, what do y'all, like, let's address him right now.
I forgot to have my phone to read the last text message that I gave to you, Shalom, where I told you about the understanding of how you are speaking to a woman and how you as a man and how you perceive things may be completely different from how your wife, how your mother, how your sister, how your daughter will look at things. And when you learn how to communicate a little bit better, then things will happen a little bit better.
So it's cutting out. Like, they're having an issue with. So I don't know, bro.
Young man, because of the challenges that this young brother has had with mental illness. So
so he's had challenges with mental illness. Why are you like, it's all right. So they talking, millions of people are going to see this. All the blogs are going to pick this up. Everybody's going to talk about it, in entertainment, obviously Stephen A. Smith, he has something to say about it. Why are y'all bringing up like this guy having a mental illness? Like, what is that? You know what I mean? Like, yo, what is they doing, bruh? What is this? Yes, of course if he's got a mental illness, it's because he didn't have his mother in his life. That's what it's just part of the problem. Why are y'all talking about this brother's got a mental like what is y'all doing, bro? Am I reading too much? Like what are they doing right now? This is crazy.
Communicating that out loud to speak to our community to say, listen, y'all. If we have more public conversations, there will be less private angst.
Come on.
There will be less private issues that we carry on because we're afraid to communicate in front of.
If we have more public conversations, there will be less private angst. No. You talk crazy about being public and private. I'm not going to be, as receptive to even have a conversation with you. In private. So I don't really agree with that. I don't know. Let's listen to what he's saying.
So when we get to a place where you want to be free, you will stop being scared to say what's real. You'll stop being fearful of having conversations that normally take place in private and nobody ever really knows the outcome. And from there, when you were saying earlier.
But here's the thing, Monique, like you saying like having a conversation in private and like he's saying like there's no communication. Like y'all not reaching out to him like trying to fix the issue. Like he's got a kid, you're not really involved in that. They did say that they helped him like get things, but he wants her in his child's life. You know what I mean? So this is kind of, I don't know what they doing, man. Like what? They should have talked to a PR person before they did this. That's what I think.
How we're looking in front of white folks. When I do hear our brother Greg,
I don't care what white folks think at this point. You shouldn't be. If my daughter or my son like gets on camera on TikTok, and they do something like that, I don't care about what a white. This ain't like going against white people. I don't care what a white person thinks. I don't care what Stephen A. Smith thinks. I don't care. I'm gonna get to them later. I'm gonna address them later in the blog. You know what I'm saying? First of all, I probably wouldn't have even done this. You know what I mean? Like if it was the reverse, like if I was involved in this. But if I'm gonna do a blog on it, I'm not concerned with anybody else like how they think. I'm just gonna get to the matter at hand. That's why I don't mess with this kid. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna say what it is. Y'all obviously don't have a relationship with him. Am I bugging? They don't. So if you don't have a relationship with him, that's clear. He made that clear. Why don't you have a relationship with him? You know what I mean? How are you going to repair this situation? Like, why do you care about public perception? What does that matter? You know what I mean? You know what Monique is thinking about? This is what I'm thinking. They're thinking about deals. They're thinking about future deals. Like, how is this going to affect money in the long run? And this is going back to what he's saying. It's branding. Like, she cares about her brand. You know what I mean? I might be reading too far into it. I am annoyed because he took up all this conversation. Why is you talking like this? Like, why is he just, you know what I mean? Like, he done wasted my time. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be in church. I'm trying to figure out what is going on. Now she talking and she care about what everybody else thinks. Let's get back to this, bro.
The studio is watching y'all and the executives are watching y'all. So what?
If the executives are watching closely, the individuals that will want to interact with us are those who are engaged and are in alignment with what is true.
Come on.
See, the first question would not be,
Who cares?
Stephen A. Smith, why did you video someone? Or you won't entertain Kevin Hart is the biggest star in the world. She said that. Not only did she say that, not only when she spoke about Oprah and Tyler, these are individuals that you failed to hear that she said she loves them. And when you love folks, you tell them what they need to know, not what.
So they sit here addressing Stephen A. Smith. Like, oh, they are, what is y'all doing? Who cares about, get him later. Get him on stage, go on an interview, blast him, do that later. Who cares about what he thinks? He commentating, he trying to get into the algorithm and all that. Like, who cares what he thinks right now? Y'all are just playing into, like, now he gonna respond to everything. Like, what is y'all doing, bro? Like, what is they doing? Who cares about what everybody else thinks? Stephen A. Smith, your son is crying out for help. This is what this is. They better chill on this, bro.
Want to hear. We've put certain individuals in such a status that we've disallowed them to be human beings. And on the note with taking the long way around and that there are no shortcuts. So you could take the shortcut and cross through Miss Evelyn's yard, but you know she got a pit bull. And he may or may not be in that yard. But you know for sure if you get in that yard and he is in that yard, you will definitely be chased. It is a bit safer to go around the long way because not only is it the right thing to do because you're not cutting through somebody's yard, their grass, trespassing on their property, but what happens is it may be a longer journey, but it's worth the trip. So we're going to take the long way around and we're not going to call out these individuals on platforms like this. We're going to call them up. Now, please don't confuse. When Monique is standing on stage, she has an artistic paintbrush designed to paint her life and make people laugh in a way in which a comedian is supposed to do. So her life experiences are fair game. They're fair game.
Fair game.
So when she says what she says on stage, please don't say it's the way that she said it. Because she's on stage. We're dealing with, when we're not on stage, what is being said. And again, to revisit Brother Stephen A., I'd like to point something out to you. When you sit there and you say that a black woman looks bitter because
what is they doing, bro? Well, y'all like sitting around, she cooking like, yo, okay, we about to dress. We're about to dress him. We about to like, what we gonna talk about? All right, so we gonna get down. We gonna sit on the couch. We gonna talk about him. We gonna bring up his mental illness. We gonna try to address Stephen A. Smith. We gonna throw him into that. You know what I'm saying? Like what? You know, because we gotta get him. We gotta talk about, you know, the executives and everything's watching us. We gotta, you know, talk about all this and make sure that it just looks right. You know, like what is? Who cares? Like why is you even? And I'm gonna do all the talking, Monique. You know, you just sit, chill, smile. You already winning right now. You know, the Shannon Sharp interview was going crazy. Like you on tour and all that. Just let me talk. I'm gonna handle this. I'm gonna be your PR person in this situation. This is kind of what this seemed like. Like I don't care about Stephen A. Smith. Man, if he say one more thing about Stephen A. Smith, bro.
Her personal truth. When you sit there and you speak in reference to the individuals that she spoke about, you're not, because you wanted to distinguish yourself from Shannon Sharp as being a journalist, but you said you don't know what's happening, you don't know what's going on, and you don't care to know. That right there is you sacrificing your journalistic integrity because it is your
man.
job
I don't
to know
care about
when you make assertions about certain.
I don't care about his journalistic integrity. Who cares? Yes, bruh. Am I bugging? This is a clown show right here. This is a clown show right here, bro. This is just like, okay, we gonna get Stephen A. Smith back. We clapping back at all these people. We gonna attack his I don't care. You attack his journalistic integrity all you want. He's still a millionaire. He's still gonna talk about whatever he feels like talking about. That's what he's gonna do. Like, it's just, who cares, man? Get him later. You know, you say, go on stage, get him later, do an interview, get him later. Like, why is this dude sitting here addressing him right now? You know what I mean? This could have been the moment for her. Like, all right, yeah, I'm going to address him. Like, we're going to try. This is what he should have did. He should have sat down with her like, look, you know, speak to him as a mother. You know, we're going to try to fix this situation. And, you know, he does have valid points, or maybe he doesn't, but we need to, you know, show everybody, you know, how you use the situation to become better acquainted with your son. They would have won. Whatever Stephen A. Smith and all of them is talking about, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, people want to see if y'all are going to repair this relationship. You know, Stephen A. Smith, the next time he goes and he says something, maybe he will say, oh man, that was a great, like, you know, blog or video that she made, very candid. You know, who cares what he said? Blast him later. You know, like, but the main focus should be her figuring out like a way to fix this situation with her son, or at least just address him. I hear this dude talking. He's like a PR person. I don't care, bro. He got a shape, you know what I mean? Like, shaped up and all. Like, I don't care about this, bro. Like, what is this? Like, y'all ain't do nothing but just show, like, where is okay, this is my son. He's hurting right now. He probably went to a therapist. I see people in the comments of the video I made earlier. Like, he's very well spoken. He's, you know, he's in tune with, you know, he probably went to a therapist. Like, all of this has probably caused him, like, trauma. She's saying, I'm sorry, or he's saying that he's got a mental health issue, and this is kind of where, like, bruh, he's got an issue because you're not in his life. Like, she's not in his life. Like, she needs to be on camera addressing him. If you want to sit there as the support and you want to be all in the video and all, like, sit there as a person that's supporting her. You know what I mean? Or if she makes a valid point, shake your head, yeah, but let her talk. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm thinking.
To not form an opinion, and you are supposed to ask the questions such as, when she said what she said regarding Kevin Hart and David Becky, as it relates to him reneging on what he promised, and you ask the question, was there a reason, Monique, that he would do that? Here's the question you should ask. Is what she said true? And if there was a reason why he would have done that.
This is money, bro. Like, you worried about the Kevin Hart and all this, and she kind of aired Kevin out for saying that he was going to... shout out to Kevin Hart. You came to Nashville, you know what I'm saying? You gave me a free DVD. I ain't going to say nothing bad about you. You know what I mean? But she, you know, like, this is kind of like, they're worried about brand. This is all this is, man. Like, oh, the Kevin Hart. Who cares? Like, why are you even trying to get money from Kevin Hart in the beginning? You know, why did he have to give you money? Did you, like, lay it on thick? Like, oh, well, you know, I'm hurting I'm hurting out here, baby. You know, they doing me bad, baby. You know, Tyler Perry and all these people, baby. You know, I'm doing like, I ain't doing it. And he felt bad, gave some money. You know what I mean? Monique, you need anything, let me know. It's probably how it happened. All right. And she like, who? He said, I need anything, let me know. All right. You know, she probably hit this dude up, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like, you know, let's call some people and get some things in motion and, you know what I mean? And use his name and try. Like, she worried about brand. Meanwhile, her son is probably sitting by the phone, all this going on. Where's my mom at? And he's sitting up here worried about the public perception on this Kevin Hart situation. Where's the son is thinking, what's his name? Shalom. Where's my mom? Yeah, she's building a legacy. She's building a dynasty for her family. Allegedly, you know what I mean? I don't know. But he kind of seemed like he's left out of the equation. You know, like when this talked about kids, the three other kids it talked about. You know, he's kind of talked about as the fourth kid. Like, he has a problem with that. She's saying that they, you know what I mean, are trying to salvage a relationship and all. Like, he don't hear none of this communication. What? But y'all sitting up here worried about what Stephen A. Smith thinks. This is crazy, man.
Would there not have been a reason why he wouldn't have called her first to say, I've got to take that deal back? See, when we stay grounded in this thing.
Was calling up to her first saying, I got to take that deal back. Y'all mad about him not, like, working some deal out with y'all so y'all can get more money? Come on, bro. Y'all ain't about to play from Cleveland. Y'all ain't about to play me like that. She remind me of my aunt. She remind me of my auntie. She trying to get somebody she don't care about nothing but money. They don't care about nothing but money. I'm sorry, Monique. Thug life. That's what y'all care about. Y'all don't care about this boy right here. Y'all don't care about him. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Y'all care about Stephen A. Smith, the Kevin Hart deal. Y'all care about how the white people are looking at y'all. Y'all care about public perception. Y'all care about executive producers and all that. This is what y'all caring about. Y'all can't. Oh, but you know, we helped him with half of the down payment for a car while she's sitting on millions. You know what I mean, or money. This is what I'm hearing. You know what I mean? And then he's talking about you don't talk to women like that, and what they're like. It's his mother. You know what I'm saying? Is she just a woman, or is this his mother? I don't know. I'm starting to see some things. Y'all tell me what y'all think.
Or ethics.
Come on.
When we stand grounded in this thing called right, it's gonna carve through.
Somebody said, so now that Kevin Hart gave you a DVD, you ain't got. Yes! I'm not talking about him. He gave me a DVD. He ain't have to do that thug life. He put me in the show in Nashville, Tennessee at the Zanies. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying nothing bad about Kevin Hart. Why would I say something bad about him? You know what I mean? Like when he was getting roasted by Cat Williams, I said something about it. No, I'm not talking crazy about him. I'm not. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't about to do that. He ain't have to do that. You know what I mean? So shout out to Kevin Hart. But, I'm just calling it like it is. What are they on here doing? They're looking at public perception. That's what this is
all
about.
All of the nonsense that you were trying to communicate. And I can see, based upon watching you throughout the years, that you consider yourself an intellect. And please forgive me.
Sorry, I'm responding to a comment.
In this manner as it relates to Monique. As a black man, what happens is the black woman should sometimes not have to defend herself. Sometimes there's a level of defense that should be had on her behalf for we as black men, because Monique didn't step to you when you were calling Kyrie Irving out for being a man.
Man, we don't care about if she stepped to him or not. Like, why you talking about her situation and her business deal? We ain't stepped to you when you talking about Kyrie Irving and like who in this situation, in that situation, we step like why is he talking? Why is he sitting up here talking, bro? He's got mental health problems. You worried about Stephen A. Smith? That's a channel. You know what I mean? Or an app. Close it. Watch something else. Call your dad. Instead of spending that time figuring out what Stephen A. Smith said, they should have been reaching out to him. What is you doing? You know what I mean? If she was so worried about her career, she ain't really worried about relationship with him, whatever. Like, what is you doing? What do you need? You know what I mean? Like, come to the house. Let's talk. And then figure out a way since you manipulate. You know what I'm saying? I'm allegedly. Figure out a way to get him on camera. Like, we done worked this out, babies. You know what I mean? Like, this is my son. He was hurt. He felt like he had to say something. This is how I would have handled it. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I would have manipulated, you know what I'm saying? But, babies, this is my son. And like we done figured out all this. You know what I mean? Like he had my, he had the house. We gonna fix this. I don't care how people think, what they feel. This is my baby. This is how she should have handled it. Unless it was one of them relations. Sometimes a parent can have a relationship with a child. They just act out. You can't really fix it. But she's worried about he's worried about her public image. They need to be figuring out something else. Just attacking Stephen A. Smith. Are we not talking about this? And you to talk about Kyrie Irving. And we could have called you out. And she could have got on stage and said something. She could have said something in there. Who cares?
A decision as a man to
I need to be a PR person, bro. Like this is an easy way to get out of this. They fumbling right now. They don't know what to do. And she's sitting there staring in the camera. Oh, let me see. She's staring in the camera like he's saying something profound. Come on, bro. She should have been like, no. Let me handle this. She's a strong woman. Let me handle this. And just put the attention back on her son. That's what she should have did.
Get a shot and ridiculing him because his father raised a man. You should not have called out Kwame Brown in the way that you did, calling him a bust, because you have forgotten that black man has a family, and any man that has had the length of time that he had to live.
That's another thing I'm annoyed about, man. But everything, like this is what people do, right? They get caught up into something, black. I'm a black man, or I'm a black woman, and this person's a black man and a black woman. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying what it is. Like, at a certain point, come on, bro. Like, all right, you done pulled at our heartstrings enough. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a man and a black woman, and that person is a black. Like, all right, get to the point. And they just keep, come on, bro. Kwame Brown's a black man. Like, okay. He said something about Kwame Brown. All right. They spent like 4 minutes like talking about Stephen A. Smith. Come on, what are they doing?
In the NBA is not a bust in my book. He's a hero. He's a hero. So when you call Jason Whitlock a fat bastard, but you're telling Monique, who referred to them as her brother and her sister, and she loves them, but you can call Jason Whitlock a fat bastard. My question to you, why are you allowed to speak your truth, but this black woman is not?
He's not getting it, bro. He spent too much time trying to shape up his goatee. He not getting it. Who can like you can call somebody, right? I'm a blogger. I already know. You know what I'm saying? You could call somebody your brother or your sister. I got love for you and all, but you could still rip them to shreds. That don't mean nothing. You know what I mean? Who cares whether or not Stephen A. Smith is sitting there saying, "Oh, my brother," or this is my sister. Oh, I love. Who cares? He's still gonna rip them apart. You know what I mean? Like, same thing she did when she sat there and she talked to Shannon Sharp when she had to address a couple of situations. I think she may have even did this, if I'm not mistaken, with Tiffany Haddish. I got a lot of love for this sister. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I mean? And then you go in on your rant. Like, who cares? Get to the point. Your son is hurting. He talking. He trying to humiliate you. Going in on you. You know what I'm saying? What is y'all gonna do?
Help me. Help me. I need the help. It is low-hanging fruit to attack a black man. There was Cat Williams and Monique that did the interview. Why is it that you singled Monique out? Why is it? She was polite. You're not asking, was she inaccurate when she spoke about Tiffany Haddish? Though there's nothing but love. There's nothing but love. The irony is that our sister Tiffany Haddish went to GQ magazine to say, I'm glad I don't have that husband of hers, for standing for Monique and standing with Monique.
Right now, the amount of time they spent talking about their son versus Stephen A. Smith, Tiffany Haddish, addressing this Kevin Hart situation and all of this, it seems like Stephen A. Smith and all these other people are more important to them right now than the son speaking out. He's got collectively probably about 3 million views right now he's an algorithm, about 3 million views on YouTube. You know what I mean? Addressing her. And they're spending their time addressing everybody else. This is wild, man.
When we were talking about pay inequality, only for her to turn around and speak about the pay inequality. See, we will succumb to...
Y'all see a trend? Monique, everybody watching. Starting to see a trend. It's about money. It's about their brand. We talk about pay inequality. Like, y'all want money. Like the son, I'm on the son's side right now. Right now, I mean, first of all, I ain't about to go on camera and talk crazy about my mama like that. It ain't about to happen. You know what I mean? Like, to satisfy, like, millions of people. Like, I'm not about to do that. But that's his truth. If he felt like this is a form of therapy, you know what I mean? And I probably don't have that many people in my life. I want to say something and see how people feel about it on my TikTok. You know what I mean? And talk. Or like, yeah, this is going to reach some people. Maybe I can go on their blog sites and look at the comments to see how people feel. Like, am I wrong about feeling like this? I'm going to air out my truth. That's his truth, is how he felt. You know what I mean? But we're here now. What are y'all going to do about it?
It is that we support when what we support is wrong.
You know, if I may say this to you, Stephen A. Smith, what you said when you said,
no, she is not,
and my light don't shine no more, what you said to black women without saying it was, be quiet.
Be seen and not heard.
What you saying about black women right now is be quiet. My babies, chill out. Stephen A. Smith got a lot of power. This is what they care about. Stephen A. Smith.
And if you have a black woman in your life, and I believe I saw you in a picture.
Are we in the 40s or something? What is this? They acting like boomers and like, I don't know. The 50s are like, they acting like boomers, bro. When was the boomers? Like 60s or something? I don't know. They acting like boomers. Black women and black men and black, like, come on, bro.
With your beautiful queen, are you encouraging her through your message by what you said to Monique, that you were in support of her, voicing her concerns when being mistreated? Or are you encouraging her and other black women? I don't know if you have children, but if you have a daughter, because I've heard you speak with a great deal of reverence for your mother and for your sister. You should talk to them and ask them, have they been encouraged in this life to speak their truth or discouraged about speaking their truth?
And I'm gonna see it on stage.
Yeah, again, gotta.
Hold on. I'm gonna see it on stage. I'm with son Shalon. What's the name? Shalom. I'm with him. She thinking about that money. Let me show y'all something. Look at her face when she says this. She's thinking about that money. Look at her face. Hold on. Look at her face when she says it.
And I'm gonna see it on stage.
Yeah, again, gotta see you on stage, but this is the off the stage conversation.
I'ma see y'all on stage. Shalom might be right. He might be right.
To let y'all know that the people that we discuss, again, we want to reiterate Oprah, Tyler, and I'll stand there for a moment. As we come before you feeling free to discuss anything that is said about us, whereby it's made to appear like we've done something wrong, if we are giving people the impression that we are perfect.
Y'all know karma is something else. So now they about to take time out. They, the Oprah, Tyler, like... Everything is about, like, all right, so it's to the point now, if I'm Oprah and Tyler, I'm suing her. All she care about is money, I'm suing her. I'm breaking her down. She trying to build up, I'm taking that money from her. If I'm Oprah and Tyler right now, if you got a problem about me and you said it, like, in some blog post, all right, now... It's like, it's all you doing now. You trying to tear down my brand. This is tearing down like Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry's brand. It is. Every time they get a chance, every platform they own. What do you want? Oprah's checkbook? Do you want Tyler to check? Like, what is y'all, why would you agree? What she get, like $50,000 for Precious or something? Are these movies? Why are you agreeing? Like, you need a better agent. He's sitting up here with you addressing Stephen A. Smith and all. He need to be addressing your agent. Y'all doing all this to manipulate your babies, your fans. You're doing all of this. And to tear other people, you're still tearing other people down. Okay, whatever. They in position. They didn't help you. Go somewhere else. Do something else. Get lit. You're lit. What are you going to do? I'm lit now, but my goal, even though I'm lit, I'm still going to start tearing them down. But the whole premise of everything is we're black men and black women. You know what I mean? And we need advancement. You got some people that's advanced now, but the advanced ones, I'm pulling them down because I didn't have I didn't have a good agent. And I'm just saying yes to anything. So I'm going to tear them down. Kevin Hart tried to help me. He gave me some money. He didn't have to do that. You said that, Monique. He didn't have to do that. And my baby, he didn't have to do that. He gave you money. And what's she doing? What is she doing? Her son is crying out for attention. They sitting on the couch addressing everybody else. We 15 minutes and 47 seconds into this video. What is she doing? I'm going to get on stage. That green, man. I know we all need it. It makes life easier. I get it. But you know what, Monique and dudes sitting here, when y'all get up in age, y'all sitting in those nursing homes or, y'all rich, so y'all probably going to have private care, but you're probably going to get into a situation. You may have a conservatory. Anything can happen. You ain't going to be healthy forever. It's not the executives that you trying to impress. It's not the Stephen A. Smiths. It's not, they're going to be old. You know what I'm saying? It's not people like that. The people that's going to take care of you or should be looking out for your best interest, it's not a conservator. It's not some person like that. You know what I mean? Like your financial consultants, because you probably could have dementia or something wrong with you or something. You're going to need some people to take care of. It's your kids. This is what you should be worried about, is your kids. The love of money will make you love everything else, but what's important? Maybe I'm reading too much into it, but I'm looking at what he said, Shalom, what she's saying. Am I reading too much into it? Y'all comment down in the comment section below. Let me know. You know what I mean?
I want to make it clear right now. We are not. So as imperfect people, we have no inhibitions about giving an apology when you owe it to somebody. Have no indignations, no problems, no apprehensions. But we must ask ourselves, how can individuals like Tyler Perry?
You know what he sound like to me? And this is kind of different. You know how a preacher, right? You sitting in church, right? And he kind of mad because the collection plate wasn't really what it was supposed to be last week. And you know how they get on stage and, and like, I understand y'all be going through stuff, but the church be going through it too. We still got bills. And all y'all out here, you know what I mean? And I know you reached in your pocket, but you could have went a little bit deeper this last week. I'm just saying, what was on y'all hearts? What was on your minds? You know what I mean? This is a different week. We're going to try to start over. We're going to pass this collection plate around. Give it all you got. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of the people that be talking like, he reminded me of that. You know what I mean? Trying to shame you. Who cares? He picked the wrong, this dude, bro. She needs another PR person. She does.
Who said that Monique was difficult and indict her as difficult in the business, okay? Lose parts. How can she come to court to stand trial to defend her position under the light of the court of public opinion, but the very one who accused her, he stays hidden? Why would that be? Why would that be? Mother Oprah, Lord of the master classes, okay? The one who is now, aren't they getting ready to give some sort of talk in reference to, what was it? I know part of it was forgiveness.
Oh, and her and Tyler.
It was like a D word. It was, I forgot, and forgiveness. What you may want to give a seminar about is how not to just forgive, but how to ask for forgiveness. See, we're not dealing with the Pythagorean theory. This is not A plus B squared, A squared plus B squared equals C squared. This is nothing challenging. This is very simplistic. If you were comfortable, Oprah Winfrey, going on the CBS morning show, saying that if we make Harvey Weinstein the center point of sexual assault, we're missing the boat. And you like to look in the silver cloud as it relates to that. Or you having a documentary on our brother Michael Jackson after he was found not guilty in the court of public opinion. But you want to do a documentary on him. but you don't want to speak
Court
up for
of
a
public
black
opinion.
woman who you know, based upon all your business endeavors, that when you do not have a contract with someone, you do not owe them anything, but you allow that to ride. And again, we make it a habit of not just
Shalom.
What is wrong, but what's right.
I'm with you, bro.
See, there was a woman named Barbara Walters.
I'm with you.
She had to address the public because there was a rumor that Monique was difficult to interview with. That woman could have been a...
Well, you know what? She seems like she's kind of hard-headed. She seems kind of hard-headed, bro. You're not getting a picture of what's going on. She's so hard. Y'all so hard-headed. Y'all worried about whether or not people perceive her as being difficult. She's probably... Can you imagine this being your mom? Can you imagine this? You know what I mean? She's the mom. She's worried about Oprah 24/7, Tyler Perry 24/7. She got this dude around her that's just controlling everything that she's doing. And all she cares about is public opinion and how people perceiving her and whether or not people think she's difficult. I'm so tired of this lady's truth, like her whining about like, hey, ain't nobody giving her no money. I'm tired of that. We all tired of it, and your son is tired of it. Y'all remember, like, what did he say? He was just like, you know, you keep talking about your truth, and frankly, I'm tired of it. Like, he's tired of it too. Everybody is tired of this. Don't nobody care. You see, don't nobody care. You look difficult and hard-headed, in my opinion.
Graduate or student from the Oprah Winfrey School of Duck and Dodge. I'm not going to face things publicly and not said a word. But instead, what did she do? She came out immediately and said that is a lie. She was wonderful to work with and the whole nine. Brother Tyler Perry, listen. You can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. The world is listening to you tell Monique that you were wrong for doing something. You were wrong for telling others that she was difficult for not essentially committing an act of slavery.
Come on.
You play the role of Medea, a big, black, strong woman. Okay, that's the role you play. Okay, because apparently there's a level of appreciation you have for that black woman who's willing to speak truth to power. Well, now you're talking about another big black woman that has to speak truth to the power named Tyler Perry. Brother,
you talking about another big black woman. Bruh, chill. He needs to chill. He got to go somewhere, bro. He's got to go somewhere. They don't care about their son. It's clear. They don't care. I'm about to end this video. They just gonna keep. We 19 minutes and 38 seconds in. They don't care about their son, bro. You know what I mean? Or she don't care about her son at all. They care about Tyler Perry. They care about Oprah Winfrey. They care about whether or not people think she's difficult. This is what they think about. I'm trying to give you a chance. Let me fast forward this a little bit. I'm tired of her talking about this. Let me fast forward it.
just taking ownership of it at the behest of a black woman named Just Hilarious.
Happy birthday, baby.
And our brother DJ Envy, you would.
She trying to suck up to Just Hilarious because she may be on the Hot 97. I mean, the Breakfast Club. She's sucking up to DJ Envy. This is entertainment for you, you know what I'm saying? Come rate, subscribe, let me know what y'all think about that. I'm just reacting, you know, giving y'all my point of view. We 23 minutes in, I fast forwarded it, and they worried about everybody else but they son. That's what it is. I'm riding with you, Shalom. I'm not going to say I would have put something out like that on my mom, but you put the video out, and now her true colors to me, you know what I mean? A lot of people go, they her babies. She gonna hustle up her audience. My babies. They gonna rock with her, whatever she says. I'm not saying going against Monique, but she clearly, her agenda, what she cares about is not family. It's not. It's money, furthering herself. That's what it is. I'm out. Peace.